Goeiemorgen, hoe gaan dit? Today we're going to discuss something, guys, that we have spoken about. So, sometimes whenever I send things to the team, sometimes I always assume that people understand whatever I'm saying. It's an assumption that I have, which is too lovely. I love that. The fact that I think so highly of my teammates makes me so happy, right? So, mm, today we're going to look at this. We're going to look at other ones. Do not worry. We're going to look at Bitcoin, guys. We have discussed Bitcoin more extensively and more in depth, right? More extensively and more in depth, right? So, with that being said, now I want to take this moment as well, just to kind of have a conversation with you and try to understand how you understand certain things and how they are implemented, right? So, when we're looking at this situation here, what do you think? This is a question, by the way. What do you think when you look at this situation? You're looking at Bitcoin. What do you think? Hmm? What do you think? It's very important to actually learn to articulate certain things. So my question is that, like, when you are looking at this situation, what do you think? Price is what you pay, value is what you get all the time. You can type Mr. Wokaba say. What do you think? Today we're talking, guys. Now I love my work. It's too nice, too delicious. Uh, and remember that FC25 is out. So when I'm here, guys, it means hey, I'm joking, guys. I've lost so many games. I forgot. I did. It was painful to watch. Okay, so what do you think, guys, when you're looking at this? I want to understand, like, like the thing about they say that what is hidden in like speech, normally the body does reflect. The body does speak. So body language does speak, isn't it? So someone can say everything is okay, but yet the body language suggests something else, isn't it? Do you get that part? So now the body language basically is something that can be, it's visible, it's something that is seen, it's observed. There are characteristics that will show you when you're looking at someone's face. It's like, this person, Okari, today he's irritated. Normally when you want to see a true definition of irritation, you can go to any government facility on a Friday towards closing a knock of time, and especially, you know, before payment, before salary hits there, and you go there, maybe you just want to consult, man. You have papers that you need them approved, and you will kind of see the type I'm talking about when a person cannot truly vocalize how they feel about your presence at that particular time, but yet your body tells you that go away. Their body tells you, hey, this person, this time, you know, they show you that, but yet you do not hear that, but you personally can see that. So this is similar thing when it comes to trading itself, basically. I'm trying to add the two so that you can fully understand why I'm going with this. So when you are looking at trading, the candlesticks themselves, they will show you basically. It's a body language, right? It's a body language that basically tells you what the mood is, what am I feeling at this particular point in time, price level. And then Twitter, social media news, everyone that speaks about maybe, like, for example, Bitcoin, those ones are vocalizing basically because like they're not speaking directly to you. So they are vocalizing how they feel about that. But the question is that do the two actually correlate? If someone says, I am happy and they're actually happy, then the two are in positive correlation. But if someone says, I am happy, but yet they are sad, that they are not correlating, isn't it? So now the question that will arise, it will be similar to this. So every time whenever you look at an asset, be more careful about what's been spoken and pay close attention to the body language. But this should be applied here, guys. Gents, I know sometimes, I know this is a sensitive topic. No does not mean yes. Yes does not mean no. So let's keep it brief. Let's focus on trading. On trading, here, pay close attention to the body language. And when it comes to something that is being vocalized, take it with a grain of salt. Because each and every person, whenever they vocalize something, especially when it comes to trading, they vocalize it based on the health of their portfolio. So the health of your portfolio does determine what is being spoken. It says that when money speaks, truth is silent, basically. So now the question that you should be asking yourself is that why do people actually consider Bitcoin as something that can revolutionize the world, basically? We have discussed this before. But why is there a necessity for Bitcoin to continue to increase in value? Because like its increase in value does create a barrier to entry. Common men cannot afford to even own a fraction of a Bitcoin, let alone a quarter. Definitely not a full set. Only few, less than 1% of the world population can afford to buy a full set of coin without being pressured or without taking loan debt or anything. Now that we have got that out of the way, okay, we are in a state of order flow, balance at a point of significant value, both participants. Okay, pricing bear higher, looking for lower. Okay, right, I get what you're saying. Currently trading within, okay, yeah. So again, when we're looking at this, remember that things such as like your, like maybe like last leg, first leg, set, those things, yes, they are very important to know, obviously. But when it comes to defining and actually truly understanding this as well, you have to firstly, like, without that, you have to understand the reasoning behind such an elevated increase in price, right? So now one can ask a question and say that, okay, in this situation here, is there a probability for price to reduce, or is there more incentive for price to continue to rally? Question. By the way, it's a question. Yeah? So is there incentive for price to continue to rally, for price to continue to increase? And what would be the driving force behind this price increase? What would be the driving force behind this price increase of Bitcoin? Aside from selfish reasons, basically, like right now, if a person wants to buy Bitcoin, it's mostly more trying to get rich, basically. Because technically speaking, Bitcoin has yet to proven itself as something that consists of utility, real life application. How does it benefit the common man? Okay. Now, remember what we spoke about. I think this one I was discussing it with on Discord, actually. I was discussing it with Maxwell. Yes. See, remember by name. That's why I always say that put your name and surname, full name and surname, because it's very important for me. Even now when I'm making a Zoom, I know Maxwell, we were talking about the Hegelian dialectic model, right? When we were talking about the Hegelian dialectic model, what we spoke about, I know some didn't read it, we spoke about how the Hegelian dialectic model itself, we explain it more. we'll explain it more, like in terms of its where it originates, what's its important, and then how Hegel is dialectic, how it applies, isn't it? You must go read it on Discord, guys. Now, there are three parts when it comes to each and everything. Like basically, most of the things they work in three parts, isn't it? They work in three parts. Resurrection was three. I play too much. Sorry for that. But again, you have the Newton's law as well. It's three, right? And then you have the dialectic. It's a thesis, an antithesis, and a synthesis. I said that let's keep it simple and keep it at problem, reaction, and solution, isn't it? So now, the main objective of a thesis is to present a case, something to look at, right? And the main objective of an antithesis, it's more of like a supporting statement of the thesis before a synthesis is presented, right? Okay. We following, right? Okay. I know some people will be like, no, how does this thing interrelate with trading? Guys, relax. You'll see. It's easily digestible. Right now, you cannot eat pap mrat. You cannot eat okra on its own. For those that are from West Africa, you cannot eat fufu on its own, or you cannot eat bangu on its own. If you do that, it shows that there is malnutrition within the household. So some of the things they go with meat. And if you are, and cooking itself, it's more a necessity. But when you get to a certain level where you have a chef, it's a matter of preference. When you eat, you do not hear poor people talking about palates. It goes well with the, it has a tingling sense. No, I want a tingling sensation. You cannot, it has an acquired taste. Pap and peel charts. Like is that there's no acquired taste there. The question is, how can I make this taste better before month end comes? So now this is similar to that. So whenever you're trying to take trading itself and look at it and say, no, it's not supposed to, then you're basically allowing yourself to be malnutritioned to suffer this type of things and in your growth process. Because all these things, they work intrinsically, they work together, join unionship. That's why last time I told you that all these things, they stem from philosophy. All fields of study stem from philosophy. Do you agree or disagree? For those that I've said this, my question is that when I say something, guys, do you go and check or you just take it at face value? Okay, no problem. No problem. So all these things, they stem from philosophy, right? So if they stem from philosophy, so the application of philosophy, it's very important, isn't it? So now let's get into it part, right? Now, we're looking at it from this situation. Last time, right now, I'm just refreshing your mind so that you can just, So we're looking at the situation of BlackRock, right? Let's divide it into three parts. How does my voice sound? Does it sound nice? I don't do podcast interviews, so today, my voice, it has to sound like I do that. Uh, we have a thesis. Okay. Okay. Now, simple question. Where does BlackRock reside within these three phases? Where does it sound? Where right. Where does it fall in within this three phases? Like BlackRock, where does it fall in? Currently, we're talking about currently. Currently, where does it fall in? So BlackRock currently it falls within an antithesis. The reason why it falls within an antithesis is that the main objective of BlackRock is to act as a supporting character to Bitcoin, because the thesis itself is that Bitcoin or cryptocurrency as a whole, its main objective is to replace the traditional banking system, isn't it? Or the global banking system. That is its main objective, right? Right? So now the traditional or the world banking system, the one that has already been established and has been running for yo, BlackRock is one of the key players within that sector, isn't it? Are we okay with that? So currently, where does it fall in? Because the issue of ETFs, Bitcoin ETF does not that sound like a supporting statement to Bitcoin. Now they're moving towards Ethereum ETFs. Doesn't that sound like a supporting statement to Bitcoin or cryptocurrency? Doesn't that vouch for it? Doesn't that put more trust in cryptocurrency? Let's say maybe you were biased about it, about cryptocurrency, and be like, this thing, Mara, like one day it will shut down, eh? And you are more in finance and you see BlackRock engaging within that sphere, wouldn't that pique your interest? Because that one thing that you were considering a scam or a major rug pull, all of a sudden a person with authority is vouching for it, and this is a person that you trust now. Question. Okay. Now it makes you reevaluate your initial stand on cryptocurrencies, isn't it? It makes you reevaluate, okay, is this real? Is this, no, man, really? I think this, because someone did that. So that itself, it presents a counter, basically not a counter, a supporting statement, because that's the main objective of an antithesis. Its main objective is to provide a supporting statement to the initial statement that has been made, or the thing that has been portrayed, basically the initial dialectic. Remember that dialectic itself, it's more looked at as a debate type of things, if you want to look at it. Okay, now let's go into this situation, right? So, with that being said, first of all, a synthesis itself, it will require that Bitcoin itself be internationally acknowledged, right? But its acknowledgement, it will always come at a cost. There was always a price for something. There's always a price for something. There must be regulatory bodies that surrounds Bitcoin. That means that the governments will then again have their hand in it. So as long as the government doesn't have full control over it, though chances are they do, but like how publicly, on a publicly, like people know that the government now has more involvement with Bitcoin in how it runs, then it can never be acknowledged, nor will it be led to occupy the same space as banks, meaning that it will never sit at the table. It will forever become something that is theoretical, an application or something that only applies on the net, meaning that its utility, it will never be defined unless right now it's just things that we play with here on the internet to try to enrich ourselves. But real life application, where is it? If you can show me. I know there's puzzle shops that have pay with Bitcoins. I don't know if those things, they still exist. They had some Bitcoin machines there. You remember those ones? Where are they now? And within that, are we okay, guys? Are you guys following? Am I, why you, okay, buy low, sell high. For those that have been waiting that. But right now, I think we checked that part, yeah, buy low, sell high. So I think that part, just take it for the moment, hold it to you. We will come back and add more to it. Put stop loss above or below. I think we gave you enough material right now to write down and kind of like wait a bit when we're still preparing the dish. Profile carrot. Okay, now let's get into it, right? So when we're talking about synthesis itself, right? The main objective is to provide it in such a way. Guys, for me, man, it's about palettes, Wagu. As I'm Wagu. I'm not just Bobeka Namha. No, it's Wagu. Like, you have to there's a sense, it has to chill nyan. Yes. I'm not talking about biltong, I'm talking about Wagu. There's a process. When I'm having Zoom, that's why we have Zoom. I don't feel anything. We can have Zooms or however we want. If you were here 2020, you know, energy, galore. Hey man, I told you, my work ethic is that of an undocumented immigrant. Hey, if you were to see me working seriously, hey, think I'm sending money home. Hey, Baba. Hey, hey, the work ethic here, man, is too much. I'm sure even Biden is surprised that I'm not in America by now. Hey, I'm not one to shy. To host Zooms, can take the topics and enjoy it for 4 Zooms, still on a monthly time frame. Seasoning, you have to. Huh? Onion, anyanyes wache. No, you don't do that. You don't just take onion, put it, and then tada. No. There's a way in which you add spices. You don't just no, also you don't pinch. You sachet it, you sprinkle bit by bit. Yeah. I'm just waking you up, guys. I know that love tight always helps people to refocus. So now the supporting statement itself, what it did is that the application of, or maybe let's not say the application. Let's say the I want you to enjoy, guys. Mentoring should be fun. You must enjoy. Must enjoy. Right? ETF, right? BTC, E. This is where they're playing, isn't it? So BlackRock, obviously. So now, when we look at the thesis, we're going to say that in terms of the thesis, we're looking at it in terms of, we're just going to say cryptocurrency, and then we're going to say BTC, and then we're going to say, let's say ETH. Let's put this true, ne? Because let's not put the other ones. Those ones are less like heavy in terms of like if their size, isn't it? Okay. Are we okay with that? Right. So we have a thesis, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. We're looking at that for now, right? We have an antithesis. We have BlackRock here, providing a supporting statement unto the blockchain, actually, right? Or providing a supporting statement into the digital currency network, basically. They're providing, once they establish that they are doing ETFs, Bitcoin ETFs, Ethereum ETFs, that itself will provide a supporting statement, isn't it? You know, when you listen to me, sometimes, you know, you must relax. You'll stress alone when you are rewatching it and it's confusing you. But right now, relax. When you are alone, that's where you should be stressing, not when you are with me. When you are with me right now, relax, relax. Hmm? When you are with me, do what? Relax. When you are with me, do what, guys? But hey, I'm not gonna stop until you tell me what you need to do. When you are with me, what do you need to do? Relax, isn't it? When you are with me, relax. For those that have been with me for quite some time, you over relaxed and then you over relaxed. That's your problem. That those that have been with me longer, they over relaxed. That is their problem. This is what you must do when you are with me. You can check the comment section there. You can check the comment section of what you must do when you are with me. Yes, this is what you must do. You see that part? Do that part. Okay, now we're looking at this situation, right? So with this part of a synthesis, it's internationally acknowledged, basically, meaning that cryptocurrency has to be internationally acknowledged and actually sit by the table. So the supporting statement that BlackRock has made, what did it do? It led to this push to the upside. Do you agree or disagree? Hmm? Apple must enjoy, man. Akshay, Nvidia, Tobo, we will see you. Okay, now, are you guys with me? I'm sorry. So this is the introduction of BTC ETFs, which led to an increase in the value of Bitcoin, isn't it? Are we okay with that, guys? Are you with me? Am I confusing you? So we agree with that part, right? We agree with that part that the rise or the increase in value, it's due to the supporting statement made by BlackRock. So right now I'm using BlackRock as a forefront in terms of making an example of a larger company or a larger a player actually coming in and saying that, oh, I vouch for this guy, right? This is the initial vouching or the vouch